Good evening, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back with your third and final video blog of the night for July 31st, 2014, Thursday night around 8:10 p.m. in Belleville, Massachusetts. The sun's going down. We had a little bit of hotness today, but it was a nice night, and this is the last night of July, and the sun sets going down around this time, and in a few more days it will be going down before 8 o'clock. That's another sign of fall's coming up in a few short weeks, and then the crickets come out and stuff like that, and I've been noticing some of the leaves are turning ever slightly colored of the leaves. Hopefully we don't have an early winter, okay? The Red Sox aren't playing tonight, and one little tidbit item, the WWE magazine will cease publication as a print magazine in September 16th. Will be the last issue ever sold on newsstands. It's going to a digital only subscription. This is bound to happen. All the magazines are going digital only because of the age we're in with the computer age. It's kind of sad, but that's the way it is. And that's part of the WWE's budget cuts of that, and plus the WWE Network has bombed big time in the United States of America. Hopefully they do good over this overseas and in Canada and stuff, but we'll wait and see. My third and final video blog of the night is about one of Boston's most famous sportscasters of all time, Bob Neumeier. Bob Neumeier has been on the Boston sports scene for over 40 years, and he's one of the best play-by-play announcers and sports hosts in Boston sports history. Bob's real first name is Robin, not Robert, but Robin. Bob grew up in Weymouth, Massachusetts, and he went to college at the famous Syracuse University broadcast media thing. A lot of famous people went to that school, including Bob Neumeier. He graduated in 1972, and he started work in the sports department in the Boston Globe. Then he worked for PR for the New England Whalers of the WHA, and then his first broadcasting job was in 1975, calling New England Whalers games on the radio for WTIC Radio 1080 in Hartford, Connecticut. And it's also around that time he worked for WFSB Channel 3 in Hartford, Connecticut as a sports reporter and anchor for the news. Around 1981, Bob came to Boston, Massachusetts to work for WBZ TV4 as a weekend sports anchor, and he was also a reporter during the weekdays, and he was associated with WBZ TV for 19 years. Also during that time, Bob Neumeier hosted a lot of other stuff. He hosted Patriots games on the radio. He did play-by-play of the Boston Bruins on WBZ Radio 1030 for about 4 years, from 1995 through 1999. Also, Bob Neumeier worked for the old Sports Channel America, hosting the Pro Ski Tour. He also did some freelancing for the NHL on ABC and ESPN. He was also involved in horse racing on NBC as a freelancer, as a sports, like a horse racing predictor, and other stuff. In 2000, he departed WBZ TV, and then he jumped to the radio side. He started doing some film work for WEI Radio in around 2000, and in like March of 2002, he co-hosted a sports talk show with Dale Arnold in the middays from 10 to 2. He replaced Eddie Anderman. He worked for WEI for 3 years before leaving WEI Sports Radio Network to join NBC Sports for a lot of things. He started off working for NBC Sports, covering the Triple Crown horse racing as a reporter. He also did some NHL work. He was a reporter for the Winter Games and the Summer Games. The Winter Games, he was interviewing the medalists who won, and also he did some track and field reporting for NBC as well, also the Tour de France and other stuff. And also he did some NFL games reporting, sideline reporting. And he did this about for 4 or 5 years until he left NBC Sports around 2009 and stuff. Then he came back to Boston to do some fill-in work for the Sports Hub 98.5 radio, and also he did some fill-in work for WEI as well. In 2010, he returned to television full-time to become one of the anchors for Sportsnet Central and Comcast Sports New England, and he hosts Sportsnet Central on occasion, and sometimes he fills in for Sports Tonight with Gary Tanway or other hosts, and he's still doing great at his age, and he's going to be on. He's one of the best sports announcers of all time in Boston. He's real popular. He's real knowledgeable, especially with horse racing. He's a spokesman for Suffolk Downs television, and he promotes it on television and radio. He loves horse racing and stuff, and he's probably ranked up in the top 10 most beloved sports announcers of all time in Boston sports history. If there's a Mount Rushmore of Boston sports, he could be right on there for sportscasters of all time and sports reporters and sports announcers. He's one of the best in history, in Boston sports history. We've had a lot of great ones like Bob Lobel and Mike Lynch and Don Gillis, and Bob Neumeyer's ranked right up there. Well, this is the end of my blogs for the night. I hope you've been enjoying this. It's been 2 months since I started this, and I'm getting a lot of good feedback, a lot of likes and stuff. It's becoming real popular. I do 3 of these a day, and if there's any breaking news or something, I might do a 4th. It all depends how I feel. And if you want any shout-outs, Facebook friends and YouTube followers, you're more than happy to send me a private message, and I will shout it out to you. If there's something you want me to plug, I'll plug. And if there's any subjects you want me to discuss about on these blogs, feel free to ask. Well, this is Rich signing off for the night. See you tomorrow, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. And one more thing, RDT. RDT's gonna get Market Basket back soon. It's gotta happen soon, because the customers want him back. His 25,000 employees want him back. Everybody wants him back. I just hope his feuding cousins, Arthur S. DeMoulas, ends this nonsense and sells the company to him. They have to sell it, because he has to be in charge, Arthur T. If not, there's no Market Basket without RDT, because he is Market Basket. He is for the employees, he is for the customers, he's for the people. Well, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Good night, everybody.